Hello everyone, welcome to episode 13 of Spiritfarer. We're going to jump right in where we left off with about 43% of our requests completed. As we jump in here, I was just sort of reminiscing with Maxine real quick. This will probably, if you look down at the time and you're like, oh wow, this was an uncommonly short episode, it's been a day, is what I can say. Fortunately, Spiritfarer is a nice, productive, and relaxing game, and it's sometimes a great way to work through a day that has been as busy and hectic, and I must say, productive as any that I can remember. So I'm looking for something that is simple. Plain. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No hassle with plain food, no fuss, no muss. I'm not even doing her voice yet. We'll get there. Oh, and we'll also get here because we need to shear our sheep. But yeah, Maxine also had a very busy day, a very long day. Got up very early to help her mom with some stuff. I trust that it went well, and I hope that, like I said in chat, that you are going to have a nice, relaxing, and restful evening. Oh, I should have given I keep forgetting to give the goat the questionable meals. Hey kid, I don't beg for food, just keep that in mind. Give me some of that pub food, something with a little bit of a kick. It's incredible, this sushi. Pork chops. I feel like pork chops don't have any second ingredient, though. Corn dog. Okay, have a corn dog. Now we're talking. Let's give him some good chow, Scout. Pub food is the best when you get the munchies. Mickey here is psyched. Okay, hey, I think we just learned something. That's the first pub food that we've given. Not their favorite, but they like it a lot and are up for a hug. Hey, don't tell anybody. I feel like Mickey and, who is it? Mickey and Rourke? Who are these people? Nope. And then they go. I tend to catch them right when they're animating and they don't move around that quick. Turns out a hummingbird has difficulty lifting an ox. I don't know how I feel. Should I be sad? Should I be happy? Angry? I can feel his absence. Oh, this is Giovanni that she's talking about. But at the same time, it's like something has been fulfilled, completed. You know what I mean, Munchkin? Am I a bad person? Is it okay for somebody to feel liberated under such circumstances? I'm sorry, Stella. I don't want to sound ungrateful. I'm still a bit shaken, but not lost. At least you're here with me. That's the most important. My heart is stronger because you're in it. Hold on. What do we think is that? Let Astrid live her best life. 0 of 6. And then it says, maybe I should give Astrid some space. She's dealing with a lot. Okay. So we could improve their house, improve Gustav's gallery with a vintage modernist desk, and build Beverly's farmhouse. So all 3 of our things right now are go build something as opposed to go find something. So let's see. Let's start with Beverly's farmhouse. And this is not the right thing. Beverly's farmhouse. Okay, so this is the stuff. And we actually have everything. So yes, let's build Beverly's farmhouse. It's nice and small. I mean, sorry, I'm not doing math here right now. That is, yeah, a little bit too big. Oh, it would fit real nicely here, I think. There we go, the one from downstairs. Okay, so now we can head to Oxbury, but let's improve Gustav's gallery with the vintage modernist desk if we can, and that's right here, I think. Vintage modernist desk. So we could head to Oxbury, but we can see that we need 4 silk threads and some ash planks. What is that? 6. 5 ash planks. All right. Well, then let's see what else we can do. Let's see what we need here, and I might actually make some notes. So they live here. Okay, so I am gonna make some notes because otherwise I'm gonna forget what I need. I just need to find out how to get this pen out from underneath the keyboard. Seriously. Okay. This is the trouble with note paper. Eventually, you've written all the notes and you need more paper. Okay, so I need 1 bronze sheet, That's easy gonna get. 1 bronze sheet. Okay, what else do we need here? 2 clear glass sheets. 2 clear glass. And 2 brass sheets. And this is all at the smithy, I think, is where we get these things. Oh, and then I need another 2 clear glass sheets. So we're going to go with 4 in total. It's going to overwrite the 2. And 5 silk fabrics. And then, I mean, actually then, if we go back to... Was it the vintage desk? Is that what the other thing that I needed? Yeah. So we also need 5... ash planks and 5 silk threads. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll set a course for Oxbury, and then we'll crank out as many of these craftables as we can on the way. I gotta let you guys know, I don't remember where Oxbury is right now. I kind of feel like it's... You know what? Let's go say hello to Olga also. I want to get our resources. Okay, so let's start at the loom, because we know that we need silk threads and silk fabric. Let's start with the silk fabric. Let's see if we can get 5 of that. Wool, fiber, thread. Oh, it's what you put in. Sorry. So, yeah. Whoops. Okay, let's try that again. I was looking for, like, the end result, which is not how this game works or has ever worked. Over the line every single time. Okay, so we got no positives off that. We're almost at the turtle. Hello to Innertooth, who says roar. Innertooth, I hope that you've had a great day. I have been just going at a metaphorical full sprint the entire day. I do not know if you had a chance to stream today, and if you did stream, what did you have a chance to play? Was it Space Engineers? Was it the Kingdom one? For the Kingdom? Is that what it's called? Because I know that was the previous thing that you had streamed. Boy, I am tired. Kingdoms and Castles. Oh, I have seen that one. I think you got attacked by a dragon. Like, I didn't see, like, this stream, but it's not the first time that you streamed it. And on previous occasions, I remember watching that and being like, this game is really fun to watch. If I call it an isometric game, I don't think that that's accurate. I'm trying to think of, like, how I would... It's top-down-ish, but I'm trying to remember, like, how I would... clarify its overall perspective. Let's put some zinc in there. And hello to Fox McCloud. Fox, I hope that you're Thursday? I hope this is Thursday. Otherwise, I'm really in trouble with my weekend plans. Let's plant an oak log. All right. We're going to say goodbye to Astrid here. What's your name? Not Astrid. What's your face? Malik. Innertooth is saying that it's actually 40 minutes until Friday. He's ahead on the clock. For us, it's... I'm failing at math. Several hours. Where we are, it is a little bit after 5:20 in the afternoon. In the evening, I guess I would go to. Okay, Oxbury. I feel like Oxbury's over here, isn't it? Oxbury. There we go. All right, and I could fast travel there. Kind of feel like we'll do that. And if I have some more silk fibers, we'll make some more silk threads. Okay, now, sorry, how many... I don't know why I say sorry. It's just like I'm thinking aloud about... I need to go in here to see how many silk... Here we go. So, I need a total of 5 silk fabrics. Cotton, wool, nebula, silk. So I have enough silk fabrics. Now I need 5 silk threads, and I believe... No, I've got tons of those. Okay, so I think that I have all the silk that I need. If we can, because the sun is down, but we will do the fast travel over towards Oxbury. Foxcloud just got his car inspected, and when I stopped for milk, it didn't start, so that's a thing. Innertooth is asking if that's a battery issue. Or dynamo. Foxcloud says that it is a battery. Innertooth says, I had a dead battery like 3 months ago, charged it up at my parents over dinner, never had a problem again. Although I don't know who to trust. I don't know that I trust the battery at the moment. Dynamo is still outputting good power, so I think it's just the battery that needs replacement. And also, Maxine is saying, when it's dead once, that's not a good sign. Probably has reduced capacity here already. Alright, I don't know that we're going to get to where we wanted to be, but I'm going to stop by the sawmill because we need ash planks. And we specifically need, what is it, like 5 of them in total? So I think that if we do 3 logs, oops. Okay, we are either where we are meant to go. Oh, we are. Nonetheless, I don't want to go ashore at night. It just feels weird to me. So, let's see if we can do a bronze sheet or a brass sheet. For that, we need an aluminum ingot. And then the brass sheet. Okay, so this we can do one of. So I need a copper ingot and a zinc ingot. Let's do the one that we can. Really, that was too much, huh? Okay, we got 1 brass sheet. Sorry, I need to go back in here. Brass is... I need 2 of those. So I need 1 copper ingot. I need 2 copper ingots and an aluminum ingot. We can probably just work through the night here. I feel like we've got a bunch of stuff to do. Okay, let's go with a couple copper ingots. You know, if we're going to do some, we might as well do 5. Like, I don't know that it's meaningfully faster or easier if you only do the 2 that you need. Yeah, both of our current cars have been working properly, but I certainly have memories of having cars where it's like the first time you get in and you're like... And then it gets started and you're like, oh, well, it started this time, but clearly there's going to be a problem. Seriously? I came in just below the time limit on that. Okay, so there's our copper. And now we're going to need some... Did we say aluminum? Do I remember that correctly? I accidentally did 4 instead of 5. That's fine. By the way, Innertooth, you've been watching Caroluna's construction simulator streams. Those are a lot of fun. I really like it when Caroluna does something industrious, and also when he's into a game that he's just like, he's really having a good time with. There's this sense of very calm satisfaction, and I don't know what else I would need. So let's head back over to the smithy. Okay, so we know that we need another brass sheet. Osman got a little water bottle-sized charger for cars now. Okay, well, I didn't think it was going to get that hot. one more. So we have all our brass sheets. Now I think that we need the bronze sheet, I think. While we're waiting, Maxine is saying there's usually very little protection between the lithium cell and the car battery. I mean, they do have... Hold on. They do have some diodes for polarity protection and hopefully a fuse as well, but carrying around that much potential power in your pocket or leaving it in the car, especially in the summer when it can get very hot and parked in the sun, doesn't feel like a good idea. Let's just take a quick look. So, 4 clear glass sheets. And I'm going to need some more zinc and apparently some more silica powder to do this. So wait, while that's smelting then, we need some more silica powder. And that comes from... quartz, I think. Energy thinks that he still has a lead acid battery. Okay. That gets us a little bit closer to what we need. Let's hype this up. Yeah, that I drew it back too far, too quickly. Okay. Wait, that was crystal glass sheet. Shoot, that's not clear glass, that's something different. Clear glass sheet is what I wanted. Hopefully I still have enough resources. I gotta say, I've never, like, created glass, but I feel like hitting it with a hammer is the opposite of creating glass. I mean, I've seen glass blowers and stuff. I know that it can get soft, and if it's soft, then you could hit it with a hammer and not destroy it, but... Is this how glass has been? I would think that you'd make a glass sheet by just, like, pouring the glass onto a flat surface and then making sure that nothing got onto it. So it's nice and clear. Wasn't it one of the Paul brothers, like Jake Paul? Or Paul. I'm trying to remember who Jake Paul's brother is. I'm not remembering the name right now. But didn't he do, like, he did, like, a custom tabletop that was Game Boy, original Game Boy colors, like, under, like, I want to say under glass, but that's not accurate. It was inside of, like, this completely clear acrylic, and he showed the entire process of making it. And I remember that like, people were mad about the fact that, you know, there's only a limited number of Game Boy colors in the world, and here he was turning it into a decorative for his coffee table or whatever. But, I mean, first of all, I'm not sure who else was using those Game Boy colors at the time. And secondly, he did something artistic with them. Like, I see, frankly, fools buying brand new PlayStation 5s to smash them into pieces on the asphalt just to quote unquote like try to get a rise out of people that are waiting in line for one. That's way less way worse than somebody doing like an acrylic coffee table thing out of Game Boy Advances. Like, his thing came out really good. I feel like you can feel any way you want about like the Pauls and still be like, they are capable of doing some cool stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and improve this with something shiny. Build. Okay, little bit of a chandelier there. Now we can build something bigger. It looks like honestly, it looks like a pretty kick-ass entertainment system. If you want my honest opinion, it looks pretty cool. And now, so we do need one more silk fabric. We came out a little bit light on that. And are we in Oxbury? Or are we heading to Oxbury? We're in Oxbury. Well, we'll worry about that a minute after we make some silk. Nope. Okay, now I think that we can round out their house. Improve. Something that hits hard, the liquor table. I didn't even see you guys where the liquor... Oh, is it the little end table there? Right next to Michelangelo's Peter, holding his head speaker up? Okay. So, now let's go ashore. We're gonna go see if we can find, Beverly, I think it was. And I think she'll be right here, because she wanted to come with us, but she just didn't want to live in a slummy cuckoo clock. That's what she didn't want. I'm going to oh, wait. Do you sell seeds? It sells food. Ah, here we go. So I don't need any mulberry seeds, I don't think, because that's, and it says it right here, you guys. I never read the description. This seed will grow into a mulberry tree where nice silk worms will live. Silk fibers will then grow and nothing else. I just assumed mulberries, like you would get mulberries. I don't feel like that was an outrageous expectation for a mulberry tree. And I will indeed sell... Oh, wait, maybe I won't. Yeah, this is a guy who only likes to buy the stuff that I don't want to sell. Things of value. And this requires... I have one of 2 obols to get bounce. Then we'll really be able to get some business done. Once we can hop. Oh, so as I'm going, and I would stress here that I don't know that I have a lot to say about it, just because I haven't really looked at it, but apparently today the SAG-AFTRA strike began anew. Anew is not really it. They are on strike again for, I believe among other things, like residuals for the work they do, and when it's put up on streaming services and stuff, and this is basically like Hollywood actors and stuff. To make my opinion on this perfectly abundantly clear, I strongly support what it is that they are striking for, just the way that I support the voice actors when they went on strike, just the same way as the Writers Guild strike. These are the people that actually do the things that are entertaining. The writers, the actors, the directors, and the crew, who are, by the way, many of whom on strike in solidarity with the talent, basically. I think that if these talents do not stand up for themselves and their own, advocate for their own pay and their own rights, no one's going to do it for them. Like, no one's going to hand them a better contract. They have to fight for it, and I'm much more on their side than I am, Oh, there she is. I did not see her there. I was looking for, like, one of the big guys that have, like, the shadows over them. I forgot that she already transformed. I don't remember her name at all. Or, sorry, her voice. Oh, it's coming back to me. Oh, thank you. Hey, what's this? I didn't say you could pick me up. Hey, we both needed that, though. Are you here to apologize about the house? Well, don't. It's nice and all, but remember, never apologize just because someone asks you to. The real culprit here is obviously Anthony. He might be a professional architect, but he's an amateur record keeper. If he thinks that house was for my family, then he must think very little of me. What a joke. He's heard the last of me. Men, who needs them? Well then, let's go aboard. Can't wait to see my house. The right one, that is. Okay, that's why we came here. I mean, we got some commerce done at the same time. Wait, Innertooth, is this the first time that you've seen Daffodil? Yes, that is a cat following us. Yeah, you can pet her too. And if you have like a chair, she'll come up and sit on your lap. I think that we have a chair on the boat. But yeah, Daffodil's a great friend. Hold on, let's go pet her on the chair. Hold on, Daffodil. Oh, shoot, we lost her. Here she comes. Yeah, see? She comes up and sits on your lap. Yeah, Energy says you can pet the cat plus 100 to the game. Yeah, no, Daffodil's great. I like to show people what it's like when she goes in water, because she'll, like, stand on her Everlight. Oh, hi. Yeah, man. A new errand, fresh off the presses. Well, let's do errands. I could actually use the 4,500 glims, but let's see what else I can satisfy right... Wow, he wants a lot of food. Okay, let's do that, and this, and this, and this, and also this. Okay, so I could get another 500 glims if we do wool and linen threads. I need 9 of each, so hopefully he won't go for a hike yet. We're gonna do... This should be plenty. That was way too early. But yeah, the artwork in this is super cool, and I'll also say it is my... crud. Was it wool? I feel like it was wool was the second thread that we needed. To this thing, it's a unique style. Like the artwork for the game, it's really lovely. Hold on, let's look at errands. Yes, okay, so we have enough threads. So now, do I want to try to do pancakes? I don't know how to make egg salad that I know of. I assume it's like eggs and veggies, probably. Oh, it's worth 10,000 glims. I'll tell you what, why don't we go try to figure it out then? Because that's worth it. Okay, I'm gonna cook while we wait. Let's put in eggs and carrots. Let's see if that makes egg salad. Oh, shoot. I really thought that I could look at recipes. Well, I got my machine out. Hold on. Egg and carrot. And we'll let that cook for a second. Let's shear the sheep. Hello to Solid Chrome Hickey! Hickey, I hope you've had a nice Thursday so far. I've been sharing that mine was busy, is what I can say. But, like, as I also like to point out, pretty productive, you know? I did not check the seed farm today, whatever it's called. Let's plant some garlic. That will get rid of vampires and Mias. And then, yeah, we definitely want to make sure that we keep on top of having enough sunflower seeds to feed the chickens, because otherwise we won't have any eggs to mix with carrots. Okay. We're gonna knock down our trees. Here's some more silk, which is gonna be important. I have not looked it up since it first came up. Is that, like, do silkworms live in mulberry trees in the real world? I'd never known where they come from. It never occurred to me, like, hey, where do they get the silkworms in the first place? Okay, what else can we... Let's do some cabbages, because I have a lot of cabbage seeds. And... potatoes? Turnips? How about some leeks? I don't even know how many leeks I have, but it feels like a good time to do some. I should go check with, I'll be in there in a second. Hey, nice job. Wow, you really pulled out all the stops. I knew I could count on you to build me this house. Took more tries than I imagined, but that's all right. Having you around is quite the treat. My friends don't come as often as I'd like. They're just busy with their own lives. I'm not a part of theirs anymore. Well, that's what neighbors are for. I'm glad you moved in upstairs. You've always been a helping hand. And you and Daffodil are so quiet. That's what makes you such a great listener. Well then, Let me get settled in. That house and I need some time to reconnect. A good night's sleep in my old bed will do me wonders. We'll talk soon. Oh, hold on. We have an obol. See, this is why I'm glad that I didn't leave, because now, I mean, believe me, I want that bounce technology. Hickey has been dealing with a bot attack that occurred to the credit card account, so today was interesting. I'm sorry that happened. I hope that the mitigation is underway. What you just described is not actually all that dissimilar from what I've been dealing with, although for me it wasn't a bot attack. It was probably not very interesting, but when you have a job that is well enough, when we are, hold on, we're gonna get a cool animation here. We're dealing with a job that is well enough when everything is going perfectly and you have like a ton of stuff that you're trying to do, and then when something really goes wrong, not that you did it, but like there's a big problem, it's like, oh boy. You can really feel it. We were not sitting around being like, oh man, we're super bored, if only something exciting would happen. So, okay, yep, that's way... Oh, look at that. That's great. Wow, hold on. Does it go higher every time? I think it goes higher every time. Now I feel like we've maxed out in height. Okay, do we think that there's anything higher than this? I'm just looking around, like, I don't know for a fact that there's anything left on this island that needs to be discovered. I feel like maybe the bounce was the last thing, but I'm gonna take a look. Do you want to know what idea is currently in my head that there's no reason for this to be like the thing that I'm thinking about? I am currently thinking about the fact that I'm just really, really glad that there's like an infinity amount of Critical Role to watch. I don't know why that's on my head today. I love the fact that there's like literally hundreds of episodes of Critical Role that you can just watch. Like, you don't have to subscribe to it. It's not on like a streaming service. Okay, so there is a pot up there. I don't know how to get to it yet. See, that's too high. How do I get higher than this? Oh, this might actually do it. Can you go really high on this? Yep. It's not like we were having a conversation here about like, oh, you want to watch some Critical Role sometime? Hello to Sebastian! Sebastian's saying hi. Foxnote is saying to infinity and beyond! And hello to Jelly Buns! Sebastian's asking, what's this game about? So, this character here in the red hat, that's me. This is Stella, and the pink-looking cat is Daffodil. Stella is a Spiritfarer. It's a job that she gets at the very beginning of the game when Charon, who has previously been ferrying souls to the afterlife, decides that he's going to retire, or maybe he's just like done his quota, and turns the piloting of the ship over to Stella. And the ship is what you see that we're on now. Everything on this ship is something that I've built, except for the sheep. I did not build the sheep. Rather, we lured the sheep here with the promise of tasty cherries, and now we harvest them for wool. And what we do is, it's a crafting game, not a survival crafting game, because it really could not have a lower barrier to entry. And it's about getting resources, refining resources, and then using the refined resources to build like a little field here where we can grow sunflowers by watering them with our watering can, or a home for some of the people. And what we're doing is we find people like Beverly, for example. I think Beverly's probably currently asleep. Don't know 100% where she is. And you sort of like find out what it is that they need, and you satisfy their requests, which are invariably sort of them making, I don't know about invariably. So far what we've seen is it's them sort of making peace with the fact that they are now ready to move on to their final destination, and usually by like giving them things that are important to them, meaningful to them, helping them towards a revelation that Stella doesn't even know what it is, but they seem to, and sort of getting nudged in the right direction. For example, hey Scout, get in here. Mickey loves it. This is exactly up his alley. Don't tell him this, but he wanted to upstage Romeo. You wouldn't know him. He's this guy from the South Shore. He has expensive taste. He has this awful mansion. He would boast around town about his house. Mickey hated him. Listen, you've been doing enough running around. We should go somewhere. Take you out a bit and relax. Let me ask Mickey and think of something. Okay, so we're gonna get a call back from Mickey here later, and we got a letter. So yeah, in terms of gameplay mechanics, it's a side-scrolling crafting game. In terms of like story elements, it can be very sad sometimes. We got a letter from Albert, and I'm in the wrong thing. Hello to Jab. Jab, I hope you're having a great evening. And Jellybun says, my stomach is doing some unfriendly things, so I'll be in and out of chat. Jellybuns, I hope it passes quickly. I know that Marquack had a very upset stomach for a bit, and that has passed, and he's feeling a lot better, or at least he was last time that I interacted with him. So I hope that it passes quickly for you as well. Here it is. Letter from Albert. Dear valued customer, we are running a special promotion enclosed as one of our new buildings, all part of our new Funtacular series, a bouncy platform. We hope you enjoy your time in the air. Albert, your local shipwright. I might as well open this large Glim bottle. I wonder, honestly, I think that we might now have enough to afford that next upgrade. You know what? It should tell us. Upgrades. 45,000. Yeah. Why not head there now? And we can, well, that's right. It's too dark to navigate. Fox is saying to Sebastian, ferrying people to the afterlife and pampering them. It's a very cool concept, but like, it has an extremely lighthearted, animated feel to it. And that was egg salad. Which I really want to note that in real world, egg salad is eggs and mayonnaise, and then maybe a little bit of paprika, maybe a little bit of dill. You can get some good stuff into egg salad. I've never had egg salad of eggs and carrots. It sounds awful. I like eggs and I like carrots. I would not like them together. I actually don't like boiled carrots very much. I like carrot sticks really good. We could also do a corn dog if I can remember how to do it. It's pork and corn flour, I think. I'm gonna try to recognize it. Pork and corn flour. All right. Cook. Corn flour and pork. All right. That'll take a minute. The trader went away, so we don't get the benefit of trading with him the corn dogs when they're ready. But let's put some fresh sunflower seeds in here for the birds. And I don't know that I checked this morning to get the eggs. I did not. Jab is not really a fan of carrots. Also, is there any truth to this? I heard somebody say, and then did not do any research to it, that Brussels sprouts are no longer as bitter as they used to be because that's actually been bred out of them as like a plant. This sounds extremely unlikely to me that within like a generation of my life they were able to make yummy Brussels sprouts by simply breeding the yuck out of them. Also, Dougler, hello to Dougler, says, corn flour. Why does this sounds like a powdered toast man thing. Is there a character, somebody who says corn flour? Also, we could go to sleep, but I feel like we have more crafting that we can do. I don't know what it is right now. I wrote down a bunch of crafting materials that we need, and then probably... Let's see if we can improve What's-Her-Face's house. She just moved in. Here we go. So, she would like some trinkets, and that would be 7 oak planks and a linen fabric. So, Sebastian, here's how we refine resources. First of all, we're going to come in here, and we're going to say that we want some linen fabric. So I'm just going to put in one thread. And when we drag this apart, it's just like a little mini game where you release at the right time, and then we get some linen fabric. Now we need the... Was it oak planks? I sure hope it was, because that's what I'm going to make. So we're going to feed some oak logs in here. And again, I'll put in like 4. And now we're just going to move the buzzsaw here. That was terrible. And we want to sort of like try to cut along the grain of the log to get the maximum output. But here's the great thing about Spiritfarer. I feel like if I just didn't engage with this at all, we'd still get at least 1 plank out of every single one. You're aiming at bonus, not the required. So I feel like we probably got enough there. And if it wasn't oak, then we'll have to come back. Douglas says nope. It's just that his mind went there to corn flour. No Oat says they've made cry-free onions, so it could be possible. Have they really? I've never ever once cried while making onions, but it did not occur to me that maybe they were cry-free. I thought I was just made of sterner stuff. Foxcloud says there's bananas that taste like cotton candy. Oh. I don't know how I feel about that. I'd try it for sure. That sounds awfully sweet. I like bananas as they are. And then Jabba said, I would not be that surprised. You lose your taste buds for bitterness as you get older. It's why kids rightfully hate them. Maybe I would really like it. It was introduced in conversation as being a, like removed from it rather than our taste buds have changed. But I like things that taste good. So, bottled ectoplasm. As far as I know, I don't know how to make that. And glass we can make by... Don't we cook sand or something? I don't remember. Oh, and we can do the couch. So now we're only missing binders. The bottled ectoplasm feels like a little bit of a mystery. The glass, I know that at one point in life I knew how to make, and that means that we'll have a recipe on how to make it. Okay, there's our corn dog. So in the event that it's time to... Meat and veggies. I'm gonna guess that Beverly likes old-fashioned food. That's very much a guess, but let's make some meat and maybe mushrooms. Let's cook. That's fishing. Ingredients. Okay, let's have some beef. Hold on. See, now I'm glad that I can take out the ingredients early, because I really wanted to mix those with some mushrooms. Okay, one more time. Okay, and now we want to go to, like, mushrooms. Which are in here somewhere. Here we go. Okay, so we'll just make a couple of those. Looks like the chickens are up. Yep, it is morning time, and boy, did they eat. Okay, refill the seed coffers, whatever. Another 6 eggs. And now that the sun is up, is there any place... We're going to have to feed everybody, by the way. I feel like it's been 3 days since we gave anybody any food. Oh, I wanted to go upgrade the ship. And we're not in a particular hurry to get there, so I'm not going to worry about the fast travel. Let's just go directly to Albert Shipyard. And if we have a chance to get some more, like... I don't know where to get ectoplasm in a bottle. You know something? I'm willing to bet that we have to get into the foggy zone. I bet it's going to be something that we haven't found yet. Jab does not believe that he's had any... Wait, shoot, what did I need? Any Brussels sprouts in his adult life. I know that I have not. Okay, I feel like we're missing this opportunity. Everybody wake up. Come on, we gotta get some pulsar stones. Fox is saying the blue Java banana. Is that the one that tastes like cotton candy? Considering that cotton candy is spun sugar, a banana that tastes that way sounds cloying. And I like sweet things. I feel like I have a way higher tolerance for sweet things than most people. I like sweet, I like sour, I like hot. Not a big fan of bitter. Like, it would be interesting. I should try, Jab, based on what you're saying, I should try buttermilk again. Because buttermilk was, like, the worst thing I'd ever tasted when I had it. That is some false advertising, calling that buttermilk. I don't know. That's a liar. That's what that is. Who made up the name buttermilk? If you've not had the experience of tasting buttermilk, I'm just letting you know, it's not what you think. If you don't have any smelling salts handy and somebody's like fainting and you need to keep them conscious, just give them a nice tall glass of ice cold buttermilk. That's gonna wake them right up. And they're gonna punch you in the face too. They're gonna come up real full of vinegar, and I mean that in the most literal way. Okay. So we did that. I'm just noting that we're actually making a lot of progress on various things, and I keep feeling like I'm forgetting exactly what I'm meant to be working on. Cow stall. Okay, so here's the thing. We don't have any cows, but maybe that's because we don't have any cow stall. So I'm going to build a cow stall, and I guess I'll put it right on top of the mansion, which is where the ox lives. I don't know, is that insensitive? And that we've got. And we've got all this stuff now. Oh, the special desk. That's what we were working on at one point. And we can do it now. So we're going to make the vintage modernist desk. The desk's form and function are elegantly working towards the same goal, showing off its owner's impeccable taste. There it is. That was a major quest for Gustav, so we might even get a story update here. Let's check in with Mickey first. Hey, over here, Scout. Me and my brother, we're practical people. We ask for something, you deliver it. Simple. But there's something we shouldn't even have to ask for. Do you know what that is? Food. People eat. Usually like thrice a day. We can't leave this boat and go to the deli. Now, it might seem like I'm pissed here. That's because I am. You don't feed me, sure, okay. But my brother? That just doesn't fly, Scout. Just go out and get us a goddamn lobster roll. I could have just asked for it, but I decided to be as rude and pedantic as possible. The whole thing says Fox McCloud is blue. Oh, hold on. No! Now I press the A button, of course. Oh, come on! Okay. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Boy, today was stressful. One of the reasons that I share things like that is just I really want people to know how much fun and how much I get out of it when we just get to like chill out and relax. I could just stand here and not get any lightning and it wouldn't matter at all, although it would make me angry when I constantly get stuck on the geometry. But seriously, like, Spiritfarer is wonderful. It's wonderful for, you know something? I just want to not get stressed right now. I want to play a game where failure is not an option, because failure is not an option. You can't fail. You can not progress, but you cannot take any meaningful action that will do anything other than delay your success. Oh, Fox McCloud saw that Daffodil caught a bolt. Yeah, I didn't know that she did that at first, and it took me a while to realize I did not see it this time at all, so thank you for pointing it out. Jav says, I think I've only had buttermilk as an ingredient to something else. It is probably fine as an ingredient with something else, but just on its own, which I do know that there's human beings that drink that. Like, I actually do understand, like, the polar bear swimmers, whatever they're called, the people that go into, like, early in the morning, they run to, like, the coldest water they can find. I've done that a couple times. I don't necessarily like it, but I do see the appeal, because it gets you started. Like, you have trouble getting started, that's gonna wake you up. And, like, in a good way. Like, you do feel good. It sucks, but you do feel good after it's done, because it's done, and now you get to live the rest of your day. But buttermilk is completely obscure to me. I just don't understand that. It must be a taste bud thing. It's finally here. Look at it. Look at the curves. Look at the perfect fit of the materials. Truly a masterpiece. I'll be able to accomplish my immense work much more comfortably and glamorously. Now I can manage most of the smaller pieces by myself, but the larger ones, as the desk, we'll have to manufacture ourselves. Once I have received some designs from collaborators, I'll give them over to you. I'm sure you'll be, as usual, perfectly competent in executing them. I have to say, Gustav, I have absolutely no idea what you are talking about. I built you a desk, and that was where it was going to begin and end. Fox McCloud says, imagine being on a cruise ship to the afterlife and the captain steers the ship into an exploding star shower and a withering lightning storm. Go, son of a... I'm not going to get that one down there, so we might as well... Oh, yeah. Oh, for the purposes of, like, Sebastian, if we still have him, Daffodil, I believe, is also playable in co-op. There's a co-op mode where one person is Stella, and I'm pretty sure that Daffodil can be, like, a helper. And I think, I'm not positive, but I think that Daffodil is there so that parents can play with, like, a younger player, and... the younger player can run around and help during a thing like this. Or possibly the adult would be the cat and be on hand to help. But I don't know. We've not attempted to do co-op in this, and it will not, unfortunately, be happening on stream. Oh, hold on. Did our cow barn come pre-cowed? You guys, I wouldn't have thought that so just so that everybody knows, when you build a farm, you have to put the seeds into it. And when you build a garden, you have to put the seeds into it. And when you build a sheep corral, you have to put the sheep into it. Like, we had to find sheep and put them in here. It never occurred to me that the cow barn would come with a cow. Oh, and like the chickens. We had to put the eggs in there to get the chickens. Look at this. We come with a free cow. Cow, do you like cherries? Because I have a lot of those, basically. Oh, okay. If the cow stands up, then they want to be milked, or they can be milked.
Sweet Pea, I've got a lead on something incredible. It's huge. Listen up. Apparently, there's this kid in Ambertown Park handing out copies of Super Saver discount book. No reaction? Nothing? Wow. You kids these days. Every cent is important. You can't go around squandering your paycheck. You need to be smart about how you spend your money. Let Bev show you the way. Say you want to buy something. Are you going to pay full price for it? No way. You need to be chasing deals. That's what my mom used to say, and that's what I'm telling you. You just need the patience to pounce at the right moment. You need to be more like a tiger, Sweet Pea. Let's say you've been eyeing Archive Room B25522 for your boat. Randy in Edgeboro Lane is the only one who's got the blueprint. Are you just going to walk up to him and pay full price? No. Good. In no way should you be paying full price for anything, especially video games like Spiritfarer. Wait until this seems up. Wait, no, you should pay full price for this. I mean, you're gonna wait to find a way to pay a bit less. If that means taking a detour to Ambertown Park before buying something at Edgeboro Lane, so be it. Don't go and just buy that Archive Room B2522 right away. It won't be worth it. Not until you can shave a few glims off the asking price.
What are you talking about? Is she serious? Am I supposed to get like an archive room? No. Head to Edgeboro Lane is apparently what she wants us to do. Fox McCloud, thank you for the request to quote. I maintain that the cow barn coming pre-cowed is an unprecedented development. Okay, what do we want to plant next? Fire glow seed, I just feel like goes really well in everything. Also, Fox McCloud is saying no. I put my ask on and demand him to hand it over, rather than going around to search for the better deal. I have a feeling that Beverly is going to walk us through, like, negotiating at multiple places in order to unlock an archive room. Oh, and for all I know, like, I really want to stress, I don't know what the mechanics of playing as Daffodil are. It's just, when you're playing single player like I am right now, Daffodil is, like, also present, and is there, I think, mostly for flavor. So, I have to assume that if you're playing multiplayer, the game doesn't suddenly become about Daffodil, and then all the characters are talking to her all the time. So, I need to make a lobster roll for Mickey and Stu, or whatever the hummingbird's name is. I don't remember lobster roll, but hopefully we have the components for it. I suspect one of the components is lobster, which I might need to do some fishing for. Sebastian, as you can see, there's many recipes, including some that you are given as the game goes, and then some that you... Well, actually, I suspect all of them you could discover. Like, here's a cup of something. I don't know what it is. I've made tea and I've made coffee, and as far as I know... Lobster roll, that's what he wanted, right? Lobster and flour. Okay, do I have lobster? No. Shoot. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to go fishing for it. I know that snow crabs live where it's cold. I don't know where we're gonna find lobster. I guess I'll just have to go fishing for it. Let's upgrade our boat while we're here. Oh, it's nighttime. Yeah, we want to get in here real quick. Also, Fox McCloud is echoing my sentiments to welcome back Jelly Buns. Oh, look at this.
You've got a cow on your boat. That's neat. Do you know why cows have hooves instead of feet? Because they lack toes.
Oh. That took me a second. Got it.
Rawr, 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 rawr.
Okay. Let's upgrade the boat. Okay, there's one more boat upgrade for 80,000 glims. So, also we can see here that the mist cleaner is going to cost $1,000. Or sorry, the mist, no it's not. The mist cleaner 1000 takes silk fabric, crystal glass sheet. So I know that this is going to be listed somewhere. I want to write it down actually. So we need 21 silk fabrics, 5 crystal glass sheets, and oh, we also need another spirit flower. So a spirit flower we can only get by, like, satisfying a wish, and by that I mean I wish to send somebody to the afterlife. Bottled ectoplasm. Yeah, we don't know how to make that yet. I'm probably going to forget that we need that. But now we know, now that we see that one of the requirements to go through past the fog door is another spirit flower, if I was to guess, we have to do the... We have to get the lobster roll. I bet that that's what will make Mickey extremely happy. Jelly Buns is feeling the villain thing today. Kill the shark, which is an echo from Fox for the probably the lactose jab pun, whatever it is. I didn't feed anybody at all today. Like, our crew is going to be very upset. I think that when we wake up everybody tomorrow, let's make sure that they all get some food they really like. And to that end, let's make some noodle soup, because I can think of one person's favorite food, and it's Astrid. We know that she likes noodle soup. We did not feed her noodle soup last time. No, it's cereal bowl. Wonton soup. Oh, garlic bread? I didn't know that we could make that. I feel like that's a new material, and somehow I went past the noodle soup. I thought noodle soup was here on the left. I thought it was one of the things on the left-hand side here. It's plainly not. People are screaming at the chat. They're screaming that they see it. Maple salmon, no. Hello to Marquack! Did you see I drew you and Mia as my shoulder? No, I didn't! Jelly Buns, is that on Discord? Now I really want to see it. Marquack, thank you so much for the cheer. I hope that you've had a wonderful Thursday. Also, it's been a while. Noodle soup is right there. It's just rice flour. Let's just cook some rice flour. I don't want to use all of it, but we can make 3. Speaking of, like, adorable cats that we can pet and stuff, Marquack, are there any, new cats in the life? In Mia's general chat, Jelly Buns, I'm very much looking forward to seeing that. Because you were talking about that, and I was like, that's an awesome idea. I'm very curious to see it. If anybody has not seen Jelly Bun's art or Jelly Bun's art streams, I recommend both of them very highly. You know what? Why don't we take a quick second here, and we'll throw out some shout-outs. Let's do a shout-out for Jelly Buns, who we met by way of Samalander, and... Oh, we can want to shout out for Inner Tooth too. Inner Tooth. Shout out for Inner Tooth. Hold on. Yeah, so speaking of Inner Tooth, Inner Tooth and Samalander are not going to be the thing that I completely made up, which is playing 3-round sets of Homeworld. My idea, which they're not going to do, is to play 3 games of original Homeworld Remastered, 3 games of Homeworld Cataclysm, and then 3 games of Homeworld 2. And, like, basically each set would be a best of 3. Because I would be very interested to see those multiplayer games and see how they go. This is not going to happen because, to the best of my knowledge, Inner Tooth does not own any of the games that I just said, and also has not, to my knowledge, expressed any interest in playing them. But it would be fun to see Samalander and Inner Tooth go head-to-head. The Higarans versus the Beast, the Higarans versus the Vagar, and the Higarans versus... I don't know, like the Vigarans 2 or whatever. I don't really understand necessarily the story of some of the Homeworld games, but that's the point. Oh, hello to Marquack, who says... we greeted him before, but also, there is a new cat, Shiloh. She's 14 years old, and she just had her thyroid gland removed. She's maybe 4 pounds, I would wager, so she's with me to heal up while her thyroid levels go down and to gain some weight. Marquack, I hope that that goes very, very well. I'm very glad that there are services that will help a cat, like, get treatment for something like a thyroid condition when appropriate, because just like any living animal, it would be awesome if they had the best quality of life possible and a nice, happy, healthy home to rest and recover in. Yeah, as Fox McCloud says about the drawing, I've got to see this. Yeah, Mia's Discord, apparently in the general chat. Also, I haven't been milling anything at all today. for the benefit of Sebastian, one of the many services that we have here now is milling rice and corn into flour, so that'll be running tonight. And let's shear this sheep as well. Now, I needed 21 silk fabrics, so we might as well spend some time tonight doing that. Let's start with, yeah, let's make our silk fibers into threads. Okay, now, I need to have a total of 21, so let's put in 10 and see what we get. Darn it, we need one more, I think. Okay, I think that's enough. So, I mean, we might spend it on other stuff, but that gets us closer. And then we need 5 crystal glass, and that one I do think is going to take some time, because you have to do them one at a time. Jelly Buns says that she made a captioned version and a blank version if people want to caption it themselves. Jelly Buns, I really want to see what people come up with. So, we need lobsters. Now, I can sit here and... Well, actually, I could very literally sit here. Let's see if we can catch some stuff before the sun comes up. I do not know the rules for catching lobsters. With all of the advancements that we've had on the boat, I've really stepped away from doing a lot of fishing. A mysterious seed. Okay, not an odd seed, mind you, just a mysterious one. Okay, the sun is up. We have to feed the crew. Everybody's going to be starving to death. We fed them in days. A ceramic bowl. Oh, that's great. All right, everybody wake up. It's chow time. Okay, Astrid, wake up. Come on. So, she's the one that we specifically made the noodle soup for. Hey, now this is how you make noodle soup, Munchkin. You've made my favorite again. You're such a sweetheart. How about a hug? Yeah, Jelly Buns, I'm super looking forward to seeing this.
I'm no good at begging, so I won't start at my age, but I do need to be fed.
So, we don't know what she likes, but I'm gonna guess old-fashioned. Let's give her some shellfish stew.
I always like the words old and fashioned, Sweet Pea. Something old is refined and wise. Something fashionable is cutting edge. That's what I want out of my meals. I'll be enjoying this old-fashioned meal.
Is it actually her preference? Oh, an exotic food. Okay. Also... Listen to what she says when she eats. Okay, I'm sure that, like, if you had to sit across the table from that for 30 years, you might be, driven to homicide, but as like a boat passenger. Hey, Scout, what are you doing all day? This operation needs a dedicated cook. I don't want no apples. I need something that has more than one ingredient, capiche? What I get from there, well, I'll leave it up to you. How about, nope, bread is too simple. I don't want bread. Fruit candy has 2 things in it. It's got fruit and sugar. Tastes delicious. Free grub. Maxine has to sleep. Maxine, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I hope you have a great night's sleep. I know that it was a very long day for you, and I hope that it ends as nicely as it sounds like it went with, like, helping your mom and stuff. But yeah, Marquardt, that's awesome news about Shiloh. I'm concerned that I will forget the name, but I hope that you will keep us informed as to how Shiloh is doing. How long have you had Shiloh now, by the way? Because I feel like it's been too long since I asked. Oh, hold on. We've got some flour. Okay. Think for a second. Yep, we can go get the eggs. Eggs are not really what I need, but... Refill the seed coffers. And the cow is standing, so we're going to assume that she wants to be milked. I gotta check in with, what's-her-face. Not what's-her-face, Gustav. Sorry, Maxine is turning in. Maxine, have a great night. Marquardt has had her for a week already and still has her for 2 more weeks. She goes back on July 26th. So hopefully after a week, she's, like, feeling pretty comfortable. Like, getting comfortable, like, coming out and eating. Rare is the cat that goes into an unknown home and just, like, is like, this is mine now. They tend to be very, very quiet and hesitant at first. You're being dramatic. He likes exotics and acquired taste. How about wonton soup? Another facet of my existence is revealed, but that's all I want to have. Except maybe a hug. I'll have that too. Okay. Yeah, he got pretty hungry. Okay. So I need lobster. I don't really know where to find it. Give Bruce a lobster roll. Let Astrid live her best life. Maybe that's just the number of days, because we're at 2 of 6, and I haven't done anything specific. We were at 2 of 6 before I gave her the noodle thing. Wait for Gustav. Head to Edgeboro Lane. All right, let's head to Edgeboro Lane, and we'll do some fishing specifically on the way. Ambertown Park. Old Central District. South Point Docks. Sandwich Walk. Edgeboro Lane. Okay. Let's make one quick stop off. Let's go here. And then here. And then there. That way we'll pick up our resources from Irina, or whatever the turtle's name is. So today was the last day of the Steam Summer Sale. It ended at about 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully everybody was able to get stuff that they were excited about and maybe filled up their backlogs with some fun stuff that they're looking forward to playing. I feel like lobsters also live where it's cold. I know that's like a crab thing. I mean, not all crabs, obviously, but I feel like lobsters are more likely, like, traditionally, like, up in Maine, for example, like northern waters. So I'm not sure that we're going to find any lobsters down here. If we don't find some on our way, then what we'll do is maybe go up to the northern areas, like past the ice barrier, and just pick a straight line and explore it. Okay. If we can do one more fish. A cod. Surprisingly, she was good after a couple of hours in the house. The issue, this is Mark Quack, the issue was that after the first 2 days, she lost her appetite. I had to take her to the Humane Society for their vet team to look at her. They gave her a clean bowl of health and gave her an anti-nausea pill. The pill works. Wow, I don't think... We've had a cat with an upset stomach. I wonder if that would help him. The pill worked wonders for her appetite. She didn't quite make it home before it also made her go poop. 300 feet from home, she had quite the bowel movement. Markwag, at least was it mostly contained, or did it get elsewhere in the car? Because that second thing would be especially disappointing. I mean, it's bad enough, but hopefully it was mostly the scent and not the everything else. Oh, I hope Sebastian can see us, like, saw the tree. Her appetite since then has been very good, but she has vomited twice, so I'm keeping a watch on that. See, the know-it-all smart guy in me wants to say, well, it could be like trying to pass a hairball or something, but Markwak's like interacted with and like nursed way more cats back to health than I've ever even beheld. So, like, he's gonna know all this stuff. I hope that everything goes well. Okay. Happily, she was in a nice carrier, so it was, see, now I'm going too short. It was on the towel she was resting on, and some of the inside of the carrier, both of which have been washed now. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna plant some aluminum, because I don't have as much of that. Let's plant some oak, because surprisingly I've used a bunch of that. And some coal. We can make coal... Oops. We can make coal by burning sawdust, but it takes a really long time. Are you all done? Okay, I'll see you later. Hey, I don't know why, but I think about the past a lot these days. All those images come back to me, waking me up at night. I think of all the horrors during the war, and all my friends who died. The joy at the liberation, and of course, I think of all those children we hid in the basement of the factory. Granny, Sue, and I was so young, only a few years older than them. 16, 17 maybe? I didn't realize what I was doing. All the implications, all the risks. But I was young, and I didn't see any other option. I couldn't leave those kids out there. They were so afraid, so small, and we knew most of their parents. None of them came back. Anyway, I guess I'll just be on about my business. Thanks for listening, Munchkin. Hello to Mia! Been here lurking and working. Mia, I hope that you've had a great day so far. Let's water our crops. I do want to fish some more, but there's just this thing in me which just says, if I just water real quick, then the plants will continue to grow while we're getting the crates. Go down. Okay. Oh, we're going through the barrier. We're not at the crates yet. Okay. I guess the crates will make a different sound. I need all my bars to be moving up all at once. Because who knows when we're going to need some more sunflower seeds. Probably pretty soon, because we keep feeding them to the chickens. Okay, now we're at the debris field. Okay. Just going to go down here and grab this. Nice. Wheat seed specifically. I feel like I can always use some more of that. If I lived near McMaster, I think that I'd really want to inspire him to collaborate with me on a poorly acted and executed YouTube found footage horror series. I think that it would be so much fun to have McMaster, like, create and act like a horror series. Sure. Let's put in some more. McMaster has so little tolerance for ghosts in general. Like, he really, like, aggressively insults them. He really wants to make sure how contemptuous, that they know how contemptuous he is of them. Okay, that's Gustav. I don't think that he's calling us up to do anything yet. Let's fish. I think this is one of the few screenshots that I saw before playing the game, just like fishing off like the boat. I knew that a boat was involved, but wow. Okay, this one's gonna be a second. Oy. Oh my god. So, as you can probably tell if you haven't, like, had the experience before, if the, fishing line goes red, that means that it's getting too taut, and you're about to snap the line, so you gotta let it go, and some of the fish, like this guy here, really put up a big fight. And you try to, like, feather it out a little bit, but, man, this one just bolts. As soon as you let up, they head out to the edge of the screen. Okay, the flashbang effect is really going to help out my fishing. So, yesterday, Glomny got a chance to do another episode of Night in the Woods. And that is so much fun, the way that she's doing it with all of their friends. That was one octopus, huh? Okay. With all of their friends, like, doing the voices for the characters, and they get to, like, talk between scenes and stuff. It's so much fun, the way that that's going down. I look forward to it every single time they get to do it. Come on. I wonder what overall percentage I get of these, because I feel like I'm better at this game than a lot of them, just because the sparkles stay on the ground a little bit longer than, like, the lightning bolts or something. I feel like I have more time to react, and even so, am I even getting a majority of them? There's gonna be somebody that, like, goes back through the videos and, like, looks at how many land versus how many I actually get. And I bet it's gonna be, like, 30 to 40%, honestly. By the way, did you guys know... So, a lot of you probably know about Baywatch Nights, which was a nighttime after hours spin-off of Baywatch. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. I feel like this is common knowledge and everybody's extremely well familiar with the concept of David Hasselhoff solving crimes after dark. What I did not know, and now I'm curious if others knew, were you guys aware that when the series, like, ratings started to slip into the second season, they replaced one of the main actors, not the David Hasselhoff guy, but the other guy, with a different actor? And then, instead of just being like a regular human detective agency, they started investigating, like, ghosts and demons and stuff. And I don't mean, like, Scooby-Doo villains where they turned out to be, like, regular people at the end. I mean, like, apparently there's an episode of this where David Hasselhoff gets, like, actually possessed by a demon. I had no idea. I've never seen one... I'm not sure that prior to this week I'd ever seen one single frame of Baywatch Nights. Like, I knew of it, but honestly, it's Baywatch Nights, man. Who the hell cares? So, like, it's just... I really mean this. I legitimately admire any television series or other creative product that's like, okay... This is not working. We're on the verge of getting canceled. Like, we're fighting for our lives. Just fuck it. Just whatever is, like, just whatever crazy shit we want to do, let's just do it. Is there anything you've ever wanted to do? Write it, print it, we will make the actors say it, and we're gonna go for it. I legitimately really admire that. So I needed some crystal glass and lots of it. So let's... Wow. Okay, so we need a lot of zinc ingots to start this process. And also some silica powder. I mean, that's basically how I felt about, I've said in the past season 4, but it's really season 5 of Enterprise. There was no season 4 of Star Trek Enterprise. But season 4 of Star Trek Enterprise is clearly the season where they were like, screw it. We're just going to tell the stories we want to tell. We're not going to worry about, necessarily a lot of continuity. We're not going to worry about, like, easing... Pardon me, I'm hiccuping a bunch. Easing... like new viewers into it. We're just going to assume that everybody watching really likes Star Trek and knows a lot of Star Trek, and we're going to tell a story about people that really like Star Trek. And that's what they did. And it worked so well. It was so awesome, that last season of Star Trek Enterprise. It really was like fan fiction, the season, but it was like really smartly written and of course like very well acted. Okay, so now we just gotta keep the needle in here in the sweet spot. Not going too high over. One more. Nope, we're not gonna need it. Jab says that he's never heard of Baywatch Nights. It was originally pitched as a spin-off of Baywatch Regular, which is like, hey, when the beach closes and everybody goes home, what does everybody go do? And actually the answer is, well, David Hasselhoff goes and he solves crimes, like a private investigator. So, like, and this ran concurrent with the show. So, the premise was that, like, David Hasselhoff would be on the beach and doing, like, lifeguard stuff all day long, and then at night would go prowl around Baywatch and solve mysteries as a private detective. And I can't speak for the quality of these, like, detective mysteries. I knew of the show, is as much as I can say about it. Because what I had no idea of is in the second season, they just go, like, it's not even fair to call it X-Files. I haven't seen any of this, but it sounds more like Supernatural. Like, just straight up hunting monsters and stuff. And it's probably awful. Like, I really want people to understand that, like, my enthusiasm for this is not in spite of, it's because of the stupidity of it. By the way, we should have now a lot of crystal glass sheet. Yeah, you gotta do these one at a time. We can let that smelt, I think. We'll go do some fishing. Assuming that I can make it to the other end of the boat before it's done. I don't think we saved any time at all by doing this. Not that I regret getting an extra cuttlefish, but now we just gotta run all the way to the other side of the boat, and it's a very long boat. Okay. I'll just hit this with a hammer now. Darn it. I feel like what you're supposed to do is, like, hit it with some light hits and then basically see if you can up it over time. Like, hit it harder. Okay, is there anything else I can do closer by? Oh, Jab's taking the day off from gaming. Boy, that's an interesting timing, just after, like, the Steam Summer Sale. And I know that you may not have picked up anything at the Steam Summer Sale, but I feel like immediately after the Summer Sale is probably not overall a popular week to say, I'm good on games, actually. I feel like a lot of people come out of it, like super enthused to try out whatever they just picked up. Jab did not even look to see what was there. Yeah, we picked up a few different things. I had no idea of this. I did not know that Oxenfree 2 was coming out this week. So, the fact that that was also released and on a pretty good sale. Here is my completely non-spoilery hope for Oxenfree. Like, I'm just letting you guys know, not a whisper about plot or even really game mechanics. I just wanted to say that an issue that I had in the first game is that you were frequently required to make a dialogue choice before the person had finished speaking, at which point you would interrupt them. And this was a very curious choice in terms of like how like a narrative game tends to go, because like I want to hear what the characters are saying, but like the timer to be able to respond to them and to say your piece always coincided with the end of what they were saying. So if you didn't respond in time, you'd lose the opportunity to say anything at all. I hope that's fixed in the sequel. Because that was... That smelt of, like, just not a great design. It's not terrible design, because I think that I think they really wanted to keep the dialogue flowing. They wanted to give it a real natural flow. But I would prefer not to think that I keep every conversation flowing by cutting off the end of the sentence of what the previous person said so that I can jump into what I was waiting to say. Okay, let's... I think this is our last crystal glass sheet. Yeah, cats are really awesome, usually from a restroom perspective. You know, house training a dog takes some effort and some patience and some love and usually some sponges. Like it's gonna take a bit before you get there. House training a cat, you take the cat, you put the cat in the litter box. That's it. It doesn't really seem to matter the age, or maybe I just haven't, like, spent a lot of time with cats that are below the age, but the cat paws around in that sand for about 3 seconds, like, oh, gotcha. And then that's where they go to the bathroom. We want to make sure that our sheep are happy. Okay. I'm going to keep this water. Or ready to cut. I honestly thought that had one more, like another tick. Okay, everybody's ready to wake up. I kind of feel like I want to wake them up and feed them. Oh, but we've arrived where we were going. So this is where... Hold on. Buy the archive room blueprint on Edgeboro Lane. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to see if we can afford it. I've spent a lot of glims recently. Jab says, after you finished yesterday, I crafted some more and hit another big one. I'm getting real close to being done with the build. Jab, that is very exciting. I know that you've been working on this for a good long time. Like, possibly as long as we've had you hang out in the stream, you've been working on this. Like, this has really been a... Hey, you! Oh. Wait, he just sells obols now? And I could buy some more cows. I'm gonna buy this to have another cow. The option for another cow. And here's archive room B2522. Okay, and I don't... Well, let's buy some of these. Just in case, some sugarcane. Okay, sorry, I've already read all this, so we'll call it there. So I found the thing that I wanted to do. Since we're here, I just also want to see, is there any place that I can bounce that I couldn't get to before? So far it's all zipline stuff, and that's fine. Oh. What did Stella do in her youth that she had to be educated on how to bounce? I have, like, I think it's probably for the best if you don't have super great memories of every moment of your childhood. It's probably a lot more embarrassing there, at least for me, than not embarrassing. But one memory that I'm glad to hold on to is watching the original Karate Kid with Pat Morita and Ralph Macchio and Billy Zabka, and I'm so sorry that I don't remember John Kreese's name. And like being so jazzed up, like so excited after watching that movie and the big climax that I remember going up to my room, just like jumping on the bed and doing that crane kick over and over again. Just like reliving that in my head. Okay.
Wow. Hey, you're sitting on my couch. I'm outside the house, dummy. I'm very disappointed in you, Stella. You're always in a hurry. If you could press a button and order anything, you would do it, even at an exorbitant price. In any case, you should go ahead and build. The archive room B2522. I screwed that up. Whatever. You bought it. You've earned it.
Okay. Well, let's build the archive room. Except I need parts. So we need 9 linens and 1 ash. Hold on, am I out of fibers? No, I'm not. Okay. This, however, is probably enough to get the 9 linen fabrics that we need. Wow, exactly. At least exactly as I did. And then we need, like, was it 1 ash plank? It wasn't that many, but let's get a few extras. So we're going to go to ash, and we'll get, like, 3. Hold on, there's more. Jab has been working on it for around 1.5 years. Not everything, but I have played most of what I played. Just in the, like, the last 1.5 years. That's, like, there are games, and I've talked about these, that I will return to frequently. It is very uncommon that I'm playing the same thing for 1.5 years straight. Pardon me. Hold on. There are exceptions. Heroes of the Storm, I play somewhere between every day to once every couple days, and have for years now. It's a great relaxed game. I like it better than Dota 2 because instead of lasting for an hour, the matches usually last for between 20-25 minutes maybe. People don't have as much of an opportunity to be like just toxic wasteoids at you. Okay, 1 archive room. A place to recall your favorite memories. And can I improve it at all? I can with a filing cabinet, 10 pine planks, and then 2 electrum sheets. No one's even asked me to do this. I just want to see if I can make an electrum sheet. Wait, I can't. Crystal glass. Oh, electrum sheet. I passed right by it. But we need gold. Okay, so no filing cabinet, not until we can find gold, which I don't even think I knew was in the game before.
Not bad. This looks great. It reminds me a bit of my late husband David's classroom. Obviously, you've never met him, but you knew he was a high school teacher. You already knew that. The room, it's just very similar. You should go inside and take a peek. Maybe see if the projector still works.
Let's project. Except there's nothing to do that.
Ow! Nothing to show? You could try this. It was in my husband's work things. Maybe it will work. By the way, did I ever mention that he used a camera for a lot of odd things?
A math equation drawn by Beverly's husband, David.
Oh, wow. David was a math teacher. He taught at Chelsea High for 20 years. We met on a blind date. A new bachelor is snatched up quickly in a small town. My friend Pauline matched us up. She was the school secretary. That school would have been in shambles without her. She was the first to see him and called me the second he was out of her sight. Bev, I just met the love of your life. How about that? She was right. To a point. I was the love of his life. He was gone too quickly to be the love of mine. I never met anyone as special as him. He had a warmth that I was never able to find again. Well, what are we looking at? It must be a formula or something. I've never been that great at math. My brain gets confused with numbers. Bev, you and me both. I have that in common with me. She told me that she isn't great with... I'm just tired. I can feel it in my bones. Don't ever get old, Stella. It wouldn't suit you.
I feel like she had a revelation there, but I don't have enough information to know what it was. Great news, Stella. I've just received a fantastic design for a fireplace. Cold? Oh, silly you, it's not for heating up the gallery. No, the hearth has been, since time immemorial, a central piece of any household. It assembles the tribe, represents unity, warmth, and light against the harsh nature, and a symbol so fundamental that it's present in almost all cultures. This piece is a reinterpretation of the concept, a comment, if you wish, on the collective. I'm sure you will understand very clearly once it is built. That's right, we need a neoclassical Nordic fireplace. Nothing else will do. So I assume that's in his place? It is, and all we need is some 4 zinc ingots, because we made a steel sheet earlier in preparation. Remember when I just, like, made a bunch of sheets out of stuff? Because, like, well, it's got to be in here for some reason. All right, let's make... Again, if we're going to make 1, we might as well make 5. Hello to Grumpy! Jab says that of his new build, he should be done in a few weeks. And Jab, like, I hope that the process itself has been fun. Like, there's plenty of stuff that I've done that, like, even when I was doing it, I'd be like, you know, someday I'm going to stop playing this game. Like, is it really worth it? Like, it's not at the end of this I own a home or something like that. Like, but it is in the satisfaction of doing the thing, of knowing that you did it. The achievements that you got. Like I've talked about this before. Think of how many times I've mentioned over the years that I S-ranked. I got all the achievements in Dead Rising. Many people have done that. It's not even that special, but it's special to me. And I have vivid and fond memories of getting that 72-hour survivor, that 3-day or 5-day survivor, whatever it is, which is one of the tougher ones to get. Like, again, nobody came up afterwards and said, "Sir, you are good at Dead Rising. Please have this chest of gold doubloons." There was no reward at the end of it except the satisfaction for having done it and the memories that I've carried for years afterwards. It's not the most important thing that I've done. It's not even the best gaming thing that I've done, but it very much felt worth the journey. And I hope that you will feel the same way about the work that you've done into this build, because you've indicated that you probably won't do another one after this. I hope you find something else that you enjoy nearly as much, because I think it's awesome. Yes, I do have something to eat. Astrid, let's give you something simple. Plain rice. Actually, that is my last bowl of rice, so let's make some more. I hope I have some rice, which I do. I've got 2 things of rice. We need rice seeds, because I don't have any that I know of. Here's our flour. Okay, we can get some of this stuff. We can get some more wheat, but wheat is not rice. Postman says, this may sound weird, but I wouldn't mind being raised by that chicken. The Beverly is because she's nice. Yeah, I don't have any rice. And the rice might go in the other plot. I always get mixed up. Nope. We can't leave a plot fallow. We have to grow something. It's the rule. Okay. I was starting to build something and then got distracted. So I wanted to improve something Was it Beverly's house? It's bottled ectoplasm. And I can't do the thing because we need gold, right? Right. We're missing a blueprint. Ooh, hi, Crusher. We could do this with 2 more carbon powders. Let's try to do that before I forget. Fox is starting to get good with GIMP, and that kind of disgusts me. Is that sounds like a role-playing system. Like Fate. But I don't actually know. So, carbon dust. Yeah, let's crush up 2 of these. You gotta get some rice soon. GIMP is an image editor, says Fox McCloud. Well, I've never cooked anything with milk. How about milk and eggs? Have we tried this? Did I try this because I thought it was going to make an omelet? I did try this, and it made scrambled eggs. That's right. How about milk and coffee? I feel like that's just going to make a slightly different coffee. A latte, okay. With a nice design carved into the milk, or like whatever's in the milk. Okay. How about milk and sugar? My guess is a milkshake. I'm gonna go milk the cow, by the way. I don't think we did that today. Toffee? Okay. I feel like toffee would have more ingredients, but I've never done it. Milk and tea. Now we have access to English tea. And we're really going to go through our milk recipes here. I feel like we've got a bunch of them. Milk and clams. That sounds really nauseating, honestly, to me. Milk and clams. I don't know what we're making with the milk and clams. It doesn't sound like my thing. I'm really distracted by this particular taste combination. Jav says it's been a lot of high points. The first time I managed to craft a level 270 gem felt really good. I've always liked progression, and there certainly was a lot of that. Like, yeah, Jab, the fact that you have had a year and a half of progression that could be gotten, even, because you play that game frequently also. Whoops, I'm knocking the mic. What I want to do is I want to go up north. I want to see if we can get into colder waters and see if we can find a lobster. Because there's many resources that I know how to just, like, go get. A lobster is not one of them. So let's see if we can get ourselves over to a fast travel point. We're going to go here, here, and then here to the bus stop. Okay. Let's pop this and this. Oh, Foxcloud said that clam chowder. Okay, I take it back. Clam chowder is really good. Again, I was like, what is this gonna make? But clam chowder, honestly, big fan. Hard shell clam is just gonna be other clam chowder, isn't it? So how about milk and fire weed would be interesting, I think. A chai latte. Maybe I've never had a chai latte. Are those very spicy? Jab will probably play a quick game of Doom tomorrow. This weekend I'll start rebuilding my stack of gems. By the way, if anybody's not familiar with the game that we're referencing, Jab plays a lot of Shadow Warrior 2. Which I just wouldn't have known had a progression system that is as deep and comprehensive. So put that in there. Let's Just pick up our eggs. I hope I'm not missing more stuff. We can leave that on the side of the ship, I feel like. Okay, I can't do the... I know there was something else I was going to build. We built the archive room itself. Just look. We built it. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, well, no, we didn't build a lot of this stuff because I don't want to. We built the crib. Did all this. Cellar. We've not built a cellar because I still don't have bottled ectoplasm. Like, that's going to be like hit a ghost with a bottle or something. We could work on getting the 20 linen fabric so that we have that on hand. And then the improvement to the crusher was the other thing that we were looking at, which is here. Yes. All right, let's improve it. I got 3 steps over here and then forgot where I was going. I also want to note, it has not gone unnoticed by me that the sheep are slightly different color. Like, this one's very white, and this one's... But I don't know if it's, like, a trick of the light, or if this one's actually more brown. I do like the fact that the sheep are not all identical. It's a simple sort of, like, color shading thing, but it makes them feel more distinct. Fox is asking, Jab, which Doom? If I was to guess, Doom 2016. It would be surprising to me if Jab... Wait, I'm trying to remember if Jab is one of the people that didn't care very much for Doom Eternal. If it was Doom 2, then I would ask Jab if he's played myhouse.wad, which is, like, all the rage right now. I do enjoy being on this boat. I've been wondering, would it be possible to build me a house? You mean a third house? You remember, the kids and David and I lived on a farm. We had nature all around. We had dogs and goats. It was a cozy little farmhouse. It wasn't much, but it was ours. What am I saying? You already done that for me. I was just testing you, to see if you're real quick on your feet. As I can see, you're still sharp. Which reminds me, I need to get my kitchen knife sharpened. That's just something my childhood friend Daryl didn't do. He was cutting vegetables one day, and just like that, the blade bent, broke, and shattered all over the place, mostly in his face. He had bandages on his face from all the cuts. His wife Hannah left him. Not because of the cuts, but because he had a secret family 2 towns over. That just goes to show you, you can't trust a man who doesn't sharpen his knives. Well, I guess I'll go home. I had to learn how to tell stories like her. Wait, are we not growing anything on this plot? That's unforgivable. Jab is still playing Doom 95. Okay, let's... What is this?
Sweet pea.
Oh, is she outside? She is.
I sure am hungry. It's gotta be the fact that I haven't eaten in a while. To take my meaning, how about a peach? Thank you.
Okay, well, let's go somewhere before this music drives us mad. So, I want to get up to the... I kind of want to go say hello to Arena. But let's go up to the coldest area. Yeah, we'll go say hello to Masha and the Aluminum Dragon. And maybe Susan's Museum, because apparently I've done another one of the collections. Jab says, I did not like it at first. You could only go Insane 4. Oh, this was, not like it. This is, Shadow Warrior. You could only go to Insane 4, and that's how I played it. But then they started adding crafting, and added Insane 5, 6, and 7. You can't survive in those difficulty levels without crafting. So those are the difficulty levels, then, in Shadow Warrior. Everybody hold on. It keeps, like, queuing me with new stuff to do, but I've spent a lot of time running around in the boat and crafting stuff, and what I want to do is head here. And we will talk with them after we get to where we're going. The whole point here is I need 1 lobster to make lobster rolls. Yeah, honestly, Heroes of the Storm is probably like, I would not characterize it as my favorite game or like even in my top 10 favorite games, but there is something about it where the level of commitment is so low and the level of aggravation is so low relative to like when you nail it, when you really get it, and you have this narrow victory that you guys get to pull out, when you thought for sure it was lost, but you make it, like that just adds a lot of fun to the whole thing. Okay, we arrived where we're going. We got some salmon. Let's talk to probably Beverly. She's had a lot to say lately.
Stella, this is quite the vessel. At this point, it's essentially a sailing village. A real community. You remember Dana? The flower girl with the beautiful long red hair? You know, Dana. She went to the desert with some friends. They all followed this man with a long robe and silky hair around. They called him Jimmy Jim, which always sounded odd to me. Was Jimmy a diminutive of James? Was Jim his last name? It just didn't really roll off the tongue. You'd think that a cult leader would be better at coming up with names. Dana kept telling me that they were looking for some kind of new water, that the water in cities was too tainted, full of city sweat and bad omens, that they needed to find a better, cleaner source of water in the desert. She kept wanting me to come with them, telling me that this new water would heal everything, that the new community would be beautiful, everyone in harmony with each other and with nature. Well, it didn't take long for everyone to be dehydrated. The well they dug lasted a few weeks and everyone started fighting over the water. I guess I'm just saying that I know you're busy, you've got things to tend to, people to see, places to be. I don't want to be a bother, but I'll just have to be. I've been thinking about a way to repay you for all that running around. I think I've got a pretty good idea, but I'll need your help for the final touch. I was talking to one of the people on this boat. I'm so bad with names, well, new names. I can't seem to remember your passengers. It must be all the comings and goings. Well, they were saying sometimes the boat goes through a swarm of fireflies. Their bellies are sometimes filled with fire glow seeds. Well, look at that. You've already got some fire glow. No need for all that trouble then. Some beautiful, perfectly spicy fire glow. Oh, what the heck, I can't keep a secret for much longer. You remember when you first moved into the building? I'd been there for years. I sold the house a few months after David died. The kids were heartbroken at first. They were never there. They just wanted their old rooms to stay perfectly intact, I suppose. Well, back to you. Your fridge broke on the first day, poor thing. I could tell you were broke and couldn't afford takeout. Do you remember what happened? I assume so. That's right. I made you soup. Not just any soup, my favorite soup in the whole wide world. It was laksa. It was the first thing I ate when I moved to the big city alone. I had moved here to be closer to my sister. It was quite the trip. It took a few days. Well, when I got here, my neighbor, Aranya from 32B invited me to dinner. Neighbors were friendlier back then. She served laksa. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing laksa. I have no idea. I had never tried it before, but I instantly fell in love. For a year straight, I must have invited myself to dinner at least once a week. Hopefully I didn't overstay my welcome. Her family was so nice. In any case, spicy food became my ultimate friendship test. If you can stomach it, then you can stomach me. And you passed with flying colors. I couldn't help you with your fridge, but I could keep you fed. My gift to you is Aranya's family recipe. Can't recreate it anymore. Well, that's not true. I just believe that at my age, I've done enough cooking for a lifetime. It's time to let someone else take the reins. If you cook a laksa, maybe we can share it. You just have to put fire glow and that delicious powder of grain. Sorry about that, must have slipped my mind. You have to figure it out, I suppose. If I had a laksa in front of me, I'd remember. Wouldn't that be lovely? Wow, that was a long way to go to say, hey, can you please cook this? Because we've made laksa. It'll take me a second to find it here, but...
I don't think I made this, by the way. Muesli. Berries and yogurt. Yeah, I don't have a cellar yet. Fruit candy. Laksa. Here we go. Fire glow and rice flour. There we go. I definitely have the fire glow. And I should have the rice flour as well. There we go. Let's make a couple. And then rice flour. Got 2 of those. Also, Fox McCloud has correctly interpreted the moral of the story about the man with the knife. That if a man with a knife... if a man doesn't sharpen a knife... I don't actually know what I just fed him because I didn't get to the cherries. Then that means that he has got 2 families. Or more. Let's not limit ourselves. Be double families. 4 families. Let's give you some cherries. I think I gave him, like a cabbage, which I don't have that many of. Foxconn looked something up and wants more, but I'm not sure if it's the buffalo chicken wings or the laksa. Hold on. Okay. So I keep forgetting where I left off. Like, what I was trying to build. We're not past that yet. Lounge, air draft lounge, zip line, archive room. XP potion. Apparently that's a thing in the required materials, an XP potion. Honestly, don't, like, if I was to guess, that's like a cooking recipe. Fox McCloud is saying laksa is a spicy noodle dish popular in Southeast Asia. Laksa consists of various types of noodles, most commonly thick rice noodles, with toppings such as chicken, prawn, or fish. The chicken version sounds really good to me. The fish and the prawn could get a little bit dicey for me, but I'd give it a shot for sure. Most variations of laksa are prepared with a rich and spicy coconut soup or broth seasoned with sour assam. I'm always concerned when I encounter a word that I just don't know how it's pronounced, and everybody else in the world would be like, "You dummy." Yeah, we don't care that much about that. We can't do that because the electrum. Already did that. Already did that. I have to say, I do actually have most of my upgrades done. Yeah, bottled exoplasm is what we need there. Man, I could have sworn there was something else that I was trying to build up for. Oh, well, I mean, we could do some of the stuff in here. Who's this? Astrid's bungalow? Wow. I haven't been doing this. Let's get her a small fridge. I really overlooked this. 5 cottons and 1 oak. 3 aluminums and 1 clear glass sheet. Cotton, oak. I'm not going to remember all this. Let's do the 5 cottons first. Oh, I think I need to... Silk. Cotton thread. Oh, I probably had enough. Okay, let's do this. Laksa does sound really good. I'd like to try it. I don't know if there's... Oh, you know what? When in doubt, I think that we should be cooking up some sawdust. Because it takes a really long time, and you never know when we might need some coal, charcoal, carbon dust. It goes into the furnace. We can use it for, like, slate or whatever. I don't think that last thing is true. I'm thinking of something else, but... Okay. I do very much feel like I need rice seeds. So when the sun comes up, let's set a course for that. We gotta find someplace that sells rice. And then I do feel like fishing is a really good pastime here. One of the things that I'll be interested to see in City Skylines 2 is, and I've seen other people make this sort of assessment of it. When you first start out in City Skylines, you have to be like very careful about what you're building and make sure that there's going to be a profit margin on the other side. So you need to be like, okay, what do the people really want, and how do we get people in here, and then give them the services that will help them to level up. And then, like, not too far into City Skylines, you will have money rolling in at a level that is honestly difficult to spend. I mean, you can pause the game and spend it, but pretty soon you're making a pretty penny, and it's just, it doesn't feel feasible all of a sudden that your expenditures will ever be, will ever successfully outpace your income. So at that point, it becomes more of like, we found a lobster. Okay, let's see if we can, well, I think, big brain me, we have our thing here, cooking sawdust. We could do, well, hold on. There was one thing that we were going to do for Astrid, and I've already forgotten what our next ingredient was. We did the cotton stuff. Let's do an improvement for... Okay, 1 oak plank, and then 3 aluminum ingots. Let's just start those in order. Alright. Aluminum. So anyway, the thing that brought up City Skylines is that I hope in City Skylines 2 there's... And I'm not even sure how to do it, because city builders are really more about managing the municipality as opposed to, like, how do I turn a profit on it? Like, that second thing, like SimCity and stuff, it's never really that. Cities are big urban centers. They're going to have lots of industry and lots of people living there, and by default, they should be probably bringing in, you know, a lot of, in the real world, a lot of your economic activity happens in cities. So it makes sense that you'd have, like, a lot of stuff happening there. But just some way to, like, I don't know, give the money a little bit more meaning. I don't even have any good ideas necessarily on how to do this. And that's right, you guessed it. I've already forgotten the other thing that I needed. I'm pretty sure it's an oak plank, but I just can't keep... This is why I write them down. We want... Yes, 1 oak plank and then a clear glass sheet. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Honestly, I also hope that I'm just, like, good at City Skylines 2, because the first one I wasn't good at. Okay, no, this is the wrong area. Clear. Lime powder. And silica powder. Well, the silica powder I know how to make. Limestone. Derp. I mean, obviously that's going to be what makes the... Okay. Fortunately, the smelt time on this or whatever Not very long. I do wonder if there's a way to do that mini game, so to speak, in a way that you get more than just one. Because I on the hammering game there specifically, I feel like I'm doing it at the most rudimentary level. It's probably a better way. Okay, let's get everybody up. Let's make sure that they have a chance to eat. They do like it when the people are happy.
You got all the spices right. It smells amazing. All right, let me give it a try. My stomach is basically a hot pepper at this point. I can handle it.
Okay, but you have to not run away.
I don't want that.
Let's give you some laksa. Here it is. Noodle soup. I'm looking for bowl-related stuff because I'm not... Here it is. I was going to say I'm not going to...
It's just the right kind of tongue burning. I mean, that's incredible. You haven't lost your way around a kitchen. Wow. I can feel my sinuses clearing. Thank you, Sweet Pea. I suppose I got carried away a bit there.
Sorry, there isn't any left for you.
Don't you worry, I'll make it up to you. I know. This was supposed to be a treat for you as well. Next time. Well then, do you have a minute? Like I was saying, I've been having this dream. Don't worry, I'm not a monster.
Okay.
I won't start telling you my dreams. Well, maybe a little. So in my dream, I was using the projector in archive room B2522. Then I was transported inside the image. The first image was, let's see. Oh, I remember. We went sightseeing in the city. We rented an apartment for the whole family. It was so luxurious. We had the whole week planned out. Museums, parks, restaurants. Obviously, Henry got sick on the first day. I remember staying by his side knitting. The only thing he was able to do was draw. Poor thing. He was really obsessed with his cartoon show back then. It's probably just giant robots and men in tights. The apartment was somewhere in Old Central District. They're supposed to be our home away from home for a week at least. And the whole time I was eating a giant bag of sweet corn. That's dreams for you. They're always a bit foggy. Hopefully if you find that acetate, it'll jog my memory a little bit more. Thanks again, you're a lifesaver.
So, I'm sorry, is this go there and find acetate? Find an acetate in the Old Central District. Well, we got someplace to go. Well, we found the lobster. Hold on. Let me make sure that we have what we need to make the lobster roll. And I'm pretty sure that we do. Hey, Scout. Food in my belly now. He doesn't like shellfish. He's allergic to shellfish specifically. How about... I don't want to give him the noodle soup. It's too simple. No. Well, English tea has 2 ingredients in it. Free grub. I was going to the kitchen. It's still cooking the sawdust. Alright. We just gave her some noodle soup, so let's go with something simple. We gave her bread, though, so recently. Dessert. Do we know if she likes fruit candy? Hey, this is too sweet for me. I don't really want anything sweet like that. I'm not a kid anymore, Stella. I won't take this, sorry. Okay, how about a blueberry? Hey, thank you, Munchkin. That's much more like it. It's not too sweet. Now, excuse me as I roll it around in some lemon juice. Oh boy, tomorrow's Friday. Unless you're Intertooth, in which case now is Friday. I'm seeing visions of past meals. It's basically my passive-aggressive way of asking for some food. Exotic and comfort. Exotic and soup. Yeah, he'll like it. Okay. Let's grab our peaches and pears. This is the projector room, right, but we don't have the stuff for that. Oh, boy. There's so much to do on the boat now. It's like, it's so easy to not wind up going anywhere, because, like, I haven't shorn the sheep. Just gonna relax here for a second. I'm gonna say that if we catch a second lobster, it's no harm. So while we're going here, I actually got an interesting DM from somebody asking, like, what kind of headset do I use? Now, I am currently wearing a set of earphones, but they're plugged into the mic, so what you guys are hearing here is like a separate standalone mic, and the earphones are kind of incidental. For the record, it's the HyperX Cloud 2. That's the set of, like, headphones that I have. I really like the sound quality, and they're very comfortable. Like, you guys know that I tend to go for a while on streams. This is not going to be a very long stream tonight, but that's not a function of the headphones. That's just quite a day. What I don't know, and what I think that this person might have been asking, is not only about the audio quality, but also, like, wow, okay, the mic quality. Does anybody happen to know what headset Patikin had? He just updated his headset to have, like, a second standalone mic, but the quality on his... Oh, really? Okay. The quality on his original mic, just on his headset, was always really good. Like, Mia was commenting on it. Does anybody happen to know what that was? He probably specified, but I'd be interested to know, because I will, as always, be happy to share the quality and type of my equipment to anybody that's interested, but there's usually somebody out there that's doing it better or has it better, and I'd rather introduce those ideas so that people can make the most informed decision. And I think that Patikin's headset mic was always great. Okay, we finally caught something, even if it wasn't a lobster. Is the kitchen done cooking? It just finished. Perfect. All right, that's extra coal if we need it. I need to remember how to do a lobster roll, and I don't think it's complicated. I think it's lobster and, like, flour or something. It's not really that big a deal. Lobster and wheat flour is my guess. I honestly think we have less than half of the recipes. They really put a lot in here, which I think is great. Lobster roll. Yep, lobster and any flour. So let's cook. Lobster and the flour that I have more of, basically. Okay. Now while that's cooking, Munchkin, I'm so tired, so old. I can't do it anymore. I can't go much further. Will you do me a favor? Please bring me there, sweetheart. Bring me to where it ends. That is not how I wanted to end this stream. I actually really like Astrid. I think that Astrid conducted herself masterfully in the face of somebody who she deeply cared about, but who ultimately just treated her like garbage. Giovanni sucked real hard, and I didn't like him. And what's weird is that I feel like the game wanted me to like him, but I'm gonna miss Astrid. We're gonna go do that next. Boy. That's a ways. Where am I? Oh, have I been at Susan's museum? Okay, hold on. We do want to go with Astrid. I totally forgot that we had stopped by Susan's museum. Let's see if we can pop up here. So usually this guy insults us and then gives us money. Collections. Don't have any of those. Claim reward for all of our shrimps. Oh, great. While you were slaying fish left and right, I was doing something important. No, I'm not telling you. That would break my sacred oath as the collector. I am duty-bound to take that secret to the great beyond. Leave my island. I have more important things to do. However, you can have this Sunday's outfit. Nope. Claim reward. You are halfway to smelting my mind into mush with all these ingots. Take this and go. I can't think of you in front of me. I can't think with you in front of me. That's a lot of glims, and I can use them. Okay. So, we can also get a smithy upgrade. Oh, no, the next reward will be a smithy upgrade, but we have to, like, craft some more stuff. Claim a reward. Look at you. You're still making dishes. Good for you. You should never give up, even when people say that you're bad at it. And believe me, people are talking about your bad cooking. Bye. Hey, we got some honey. It's not going to be that bad. Honey and coffee. Actually pretty good. And that's all the collections right now. Okay. That walrus yawning just triggered me to yawn. Okay, let's get the lobster roll. And it is for Mickey, I believe, yeah? Foxcut is quoting, "You smell like rancid mayonnaise. Take this 40 grand and get out of my sight." Oh, like, seriously, though, actually, like, how much is 6 large Glim bottles? Because that's one of the things that we just got. Oh, I didn't know that was a key item. Medium. Okay, so a large Glim bottle. I'm at 11,000. Oh, they're 500 apiece? So it's 3,000 Glims, actually. Not 40, but I'll still take it. So it's a big income increase. Okay. I want to find Mickey. You would think that he'd stand out. He's the largest crew member by a whole factor. Oh, there he is. He's inside his house. We had such a blast. Mickey making so much money. The money! There was nothing we couldn't buy. Our mom had never seen so much dough. She was a great lady, stuck in her old ways. She knew Mickey was putting himself in danger. But she didn't say anything since the house was paid over twice over. Apparently that's the whole story. What are you talking about? What do you mean closure? Closure's for squares. Bacon and eggs has 2 items. Free grub. No, I'm not going to tell you what my favorite meal is. I'll give you a hug, though. Actually, I'll give Mickey a hug. You can hug Mickey and I'll hug Mickey. And then we're by the transitive property. I've also hugged you. Whoops. By the way, can I have that lobster roll? It's under the cooked food, dummy. Lobster roll, give. Well, you took your sweet time. Wait, what's this? There's fish in a lobster roll. Mickey can't eat that. He's allergic. We might be starving, but we ain't eating this. Mickey won't eat something that might kill him, Scout. He wants something a little more traditional. None of that fancy garbage. You know what? There was this place in Woodbridge. They had an amazing slogan. What was it? It doesn't matter. They had the absolute best fried chicken. So, bring him some fried chicken. Don't just wait around. Go. But if you have the fried chicken right now, I might even take it. Let's take a quick look. Hey, open up your bag there, Stella. What are you hiding? Hey, look at that. It's some fried chicken. Why don't you? Double dumbass on you. Hey, that's more like it. This tastes exactly like that place's. What was that name? Mickey doesn't know either. Still, it really hit the spot. That's what a scout is for. Scouting for good food. Keep 'em coming. Hopefully we won't have to ask next time. Okay. It is nighttime, but we can set a course for the, you know, fast travel station. It's not that I want Astrid off the boat fast, it's just it's all the way across the map. Oh. Hold on, kid. Hey, stop fishing over there. Mickey had an idea. Apparently there's this place called Grey Mist Peaks. It shouldn't be far from here. Mickey thinks you're, well, we both think you're doing a decent job. Listen, we've been asking a lot from you. Consider this our treat. A little camping trip for your efforts. Some recognition for your discretion in affairs. We've never actually been camping, but we would do this as a gift for you. Let's go take a look at some rocks and trees and shit. She's right. It's Mickey and who? Terse? I can never remember the other guy's name, but I really do like their whole vibe, honestly. And now it's too late. So we're gonna listen to the music all night long. Brant, 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 brant. Honestly, the Seals music I find pretty subtle all over. All told. Okay. I want to do two things before we, you know, interact with the seal. Down and in here, and we're gonna grab the eggs. Maybe three things. Basically, we want to tend to the chicken coop by putting in some more seeds. And the cow. Feed. I honestly don't even know what cows like to eat. I feel like cows and horses, carrot is always a good choice. They seem to like the carrots. Moo, thank you. Oh, I didn't even think. We don't even have Moo here. Moo has not yet seen the fact that we have a pre-cowed barn. Okay. So, we're gonna head down towards... Oh, wow, they really take you right to it, huh? Okay. I feel like if the option is there to close an episode on visiting the Everdoor, that's the time to do it, because on most visits to the Everdoor, I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be where we're gonna call it for this episode. It's not that they're excessively sad, it's just like, you're saying goodbye to somebody that usually you've gotten to know over the course of multiple hours. And the way that we're playing this here, like, you may not know this if you're watching this in the VODs in the future, but these episodes happen days apart, sometimes like a week apart, and you would think that that would dull it, but in fact, it's like, oh man, we haven't had a chance to play Spiritfarer in a few days. I want to see these characters again. So when the characters suddenly aren't here, it's like, that changes the flavor and the texture of the game. Okay, let's... Oh, a mysterious seed. Maybe we'll get it like Super Mario 1-up or something. It had a very mushroom, like toadstool, toad look to the labeling. All right, let's plant some lettuce. On the category of things that I'm going to say and should probably just keep to myself, if you showed me like a leaf of lettuce and a leaf of cabbage, I don't know that I'd know the difference. I'm not sure that I could taste the difference. I'd probably taste each of them, and whichever one I found more gross, I would probably think is cabbage. Or if they were like, if one of them was particularly fragrant. I always feel like, in my head, cabbage smells a lot more than lettuce does. There may be no truth to this at all, but it's just like, in my head, that's what categorizes them. Defines them, probably be a better way to say it. Okay. We're gonna go talk to Astrid now. I mean, in a second. Sure, that's what I meant to do. I feel like growing the sunflower seeds is how we're getting all of our eggs, so when in doubt... we actually used some cotton for the first time in a while. I'm gonna plant some more cotton just in case we need more. I'd rather have a little bit on the way. Oh, we finally arrived. I feel so weak. Can we go now? Okay, let's do this. I can't hold it any longer. Oh, hold on. No, we can't shear the sheep on our walk. The passing that was the hardest for me, as people know in the episode that it happened, was when Alice left us. And I like the fact that you got to walk her there. Like, it was an actual animation. Because here, there's no walk speed. I'm on an analog stick. You are either going or not. There is no, like, walk alongside your friend, which I think is a missed opportunity. I don't think it's wise to live that long, Munchkin. Good thing I've never been that wise. But boy, am I old. And being this old is disappointing. You just end up being ugly on the outside and rotten on the inside. And it hurts so much. Life is suffering. It is hard. The world is cursed, but still, you find reasons to keep on living. I don't regret a thing, you know? I don't regret the struggles. I don't regret the hardships, the pain, the sorrow, and I've seen so much of it. But still, I don't regret what I've done or how I've lived my life. I just wish the world had been a better place. A better place for them, for us, but surely a better place for you, my dear. I feel like a vast vessel with so many dusty rooms and cabins. I have so many of them, so many memories. Some of them are gone, but some of them will live on forever. In you and others. I remember their faces as they trembled in fear. I remember their houses and the parties they threw. I remember their songs and their love. I remember their touch, their warmth. It's all fading away now, Munchkin. It's fading away. It's all gray, all white, all foggy. Is it all gone already? I don't see much anymore. You're still here with me, aren't you? You're still here, Stella? Don't you forget about me, please. I don't care about anybody else. But you don't go forgetting about me, I'm telling you. I'll come back and I'll haunt you if you do. I can feel it coming. Goodbye, Stella. Just follow your heart and keep smiling. Lovers for life. See, I never read it. Like, maybe I should have read the thing. Okay. Well, so we know that from here we go to the old central district and look for the acetate, which seems like a semi-random thing for them to be looking for. You know, let's talk with Mickey here next time, because that feels like a good note to head out on. The thing about somebody like Astrid is that Astrid, it's when the characters go out on their own terms. There's something sobering about the fact that you're not going to have them on the boat anymore, and you don't get to talk to them and give them the food and see the little hug animations, and that's sad, but they're going out, like, on their own terms. And, see, again, every time I start to, like, try to broach this subject, it's the fact that Alice... No, I still can't. I still can't. So rather than delving into that, maybe someday I'll be able to talk about why that one hit so hard. But maybe in the absence of what I got to say, you guys will have figured it out. It's incredible how effective that one was. Anyway, let's go find somebody fun to raid. This was a lot of fun, and like I said, as days go, this was an all-timer. This was a very long, very challenging day, which at the end I can say that I can look back and say that we got a lot done, and it was another real team effort, and it was a very good day. And now that good day has been capped off with some very good Spiritfarers. So let's call it here, and we will see you guys in the days to come for some more fun streams. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.